All right, good morning, everybody. We're back at the tree service in a little different area. You can see there's wood behind me. There's all kinds of wood, and I'm going to be bucking that stuff up today and getting it out of here now. My saw needs a fresh chain, so it's just got to be done. This thing's garbage. I'm thinking about making necklaces out of them with medallions, all my old chains, and I could become like the Mr. T of the chainsaw world. So we'll see about that. That's coming up on the horizon. I got to figure out what kind of medallion I want. Maybe no medallion at all, maybe just the chains. So anyways, I got this chain here. I've sharpened it once already, used it a little bit. Anyways, let me get to going on switching this chain over because this one is completely toast. It's just not cutting good anymore. There comes a time, you know what I mean? It's like they'll still cut wood, and you hate to throw them away early, but there comes a time when it's just, there's so many of them that are down to just little itty bitty little pegs sticking up off there, and it's just not, it's throwing dust and fine powder, and it's just time to go ahead and put a new one on. So that's what I'm doing today right now. And I decided to do this out here outside because this saw needs to be cleaned. So I'm probably gonna like tap out the air filter, clean this clutch cover off a little bit, all that good stuff. It really needs it. I need to take it home and blow it out with the air compressor. I also want to mention that I think I have figured out what that is called, the scrinch. It's a cross between a screwdriver and a wrench, if you were wondering. Even though it's not really a wrench, it kind of performs the function of a wrench, but I think that's what a scrinch is. S-C-R-E-N-C-H or whatever. A screwdriver and a wrench. Scrinch. Okay, now, let's see about getting this chain done in a reasonable amount of time here. Now when I do my chains, I like to back this thing all the way to the back so you have plenty of space. Yeah, this thing has been throwing so much dust, it's ridiculous. See, it really needs a good thorough cleaning, and I'm just kind of scratching the surface, no pun intended. Alright, so this is going to be my Mr. T chain. I'm not going to put that on right now because it's got bar and chain oil all over it. We'll throw that in the, we'll soak it in some gasoline or something and make some Mr. T chains out of it later. I'll tell you what, that's a pain in the ass. Alrighty, here we go now. Hopefully my bar is pretty clean. Nothing in there. Alrighty. Alright, sorry about that. I came off my sprocket there a little bit. Hate it when that happens. You just kind of got to do the dance a little bit with these things sometimes. Alright, there we go. Now she's looking good. You know, I've been getting some experience over the past several years, and I've cut hundreds and hundreds of ricks of firewood, and I still got to do the dance sometimes. All right, I got that a little bit too tight. All right, we got that done. Now, I do want to check the rakers on this chain. I sharpened it once. It was a brand new chain that I put on. I know you guys can't keep up with my chains, but I sharpened it once and I didn't take them down. And they are a little bit high, so let me go ahead and take the rakers down on this saw. Now, if you start cutting wood right after you sharpen your saw and you notice that it just doesn't seem like it's cutting right, it's throwing dust and it's just not cutting as good as you think it should, it's usually because your rakers are not adjusted. So you can sharpen the saw and not do the rakers, and those teeth are being blocked by the depth gauges sitting out in front there. So you'll be throwing a lot of powder still and not cutting great. You need to go ahead and do the rakers. That's pretty much what I've found after doing this about 50 times. Okay, now we got all of that formal business taken care of. Let's get on to bucking up some wood so I can make some damn firewood. Okay, everybody. There's a few pieces here that are already kind of bucked up. So that's locust and maple, and there's a little bit more locust and locust right there. And this maple log is decent, but it's got a bunch of limbs on it, and it's already bone dry. So I mean, that'll certainly be dry by next year. And then if you move over here, I was going to buck up this really nice looking dry ash log, but I didn't realize how rotten it is in the middle. So I might be leaving that one. But there is still some good wood in there. And then if you look over here, and we move on over this way, so those are some good logs. And then there's a walnut here. And then if you look way over here on in this pile, these are good logs right here. That is some maple right there that's really good. Those 3 logs. So what I'm getting at is I think I'm going to kind of just go around and pick on a little bit of all this stuff. And there's also some good mulberry right there, that one with the rope on it. That's a nice good solid small diameter log. And then there's more rounds right here that are already bucked up. If I can get them over this pile, I can make that into some wood. So I kind of got to move around a lot, and you can see like that log there is ready to be bucked up, but it's way over there, and I got to get it all the way across all this crap here. So I'm just gonna walk around and gather up all this stuff, and I'm gonna pick around on that pile, playing Mr. Hunter and Gatherer. Then I'll make a pile down in here on the other side of my splitter, because this is the operation side over here. And I'll just kind of show you guys the pile when we're done. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do some splitting coming up here shortly when I'm done gathering. Okay, I got a nice load of crap here. There's a lot of maple and ash in there. You can see the ash here and a lot of maple. That's actually maple. Kind of looks like pine right there, but it's maple. And there's a little bit of locust in there. So it was a good day. And you can see I made a little bit of carnage there. Made a little space in the wood, a little wreckage. So there's plenty of good wood left to be bucking up, and we'll get to that next time. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys later.